best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact. The road-wearing, original Pete, the believing, power of positivity, keeping it Rollins, the Summit. Fact. The homicidal, the genocidal, the ECW loving, daring young creeping, Mr. No Days Off, Scott. Fact. The biscuit and gravy eating, Naomi loving, lunatic craving, the melting pot, JP, and you can bank on that. Fact. The Bailey hugging, the interrupting, the Jaeger drinking, mouth of the Carolinas, Lil Steven. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in a evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French-Canadian in him. If Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match, people are just jealous because I got skill.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart, Triple H, X-Pac against Lil Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Like, if you don't want it, then don't bark it.
We're three-man band. That's horrible. You don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with attitude. When you want your beer, awesome. Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Back to your regular day programming. Welcome, everybody there on Periscope and Listening Land, Periscope Land. Come on, say the word.
You mean my Periscopians.
Periscopians, that's right. Guys, welcome back to Wrestling with Attitude. We are back on your regular day programming here.
And we are proudly sponsored by Attitude Broadcasting, where we put attitude in your broadcasting. There you go. Oh, I love that's a picture of me drinking Mountain Dew. That's great. Anyway, welcome to today's show. Of course, the guy that just brought us in is Little Steven. He's not so little. And I'm the Summit because I sit at the top of the mountain.
Do you?
I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad everybody's here. We're at our regular time this week. We got a great show. What else can I say?
There's not really much more to say.
I think we need to talk about some things that has happened. Let me see if I can find the correct music before I do that. Let's talk about where is it? We're not going to do that one. I'm not going to do the goodbye song for this.
No.
No, not for this one. Let me see here. Hold on. That's what I meant to find for you. Before we had some unfortunate accidents.
Yeah.
Some people passing away this past week. First and foremost, one I wanted to talk about real fast was Prince. I know this is a wrestling show, but still, we don't say thank you, Prince, for everything.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, heck, ESPN's been talking about it all week, and everyone's just been talking about it all week. I'm one of those people, I don't tell many people this, but I'm a huge Prince fan. But, I thought the guy was very talented. He's going to be very missed. And I just hope, all thoughts and prayers to his family.
There's three people in life. I know I wasn't live for Elvis, but there's three people in my mind that will never be topped and never be touched again. That's Prince, Michael Jackson, and Elvis.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Those three, I'm not talking about what he did outside of personal life. Prince did outside stuff too, but they all had issues. I'm talking about the music and everything else.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm keeping
and what he did
to,
for the artists.
Those three will be greatly missed.
Yeah.
But the next, as far as wrestling goes,
Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. Treat me for just who and what I am.
Where's the fireworks now?
If you know, in case you don't know, now you know. Chyna passed away last week at age 47. After we did the show, so we couldn't really pay tribute, talk about it or anything else. But she passed away at age 47. It looks like overdose of Ambien and Vitagen, I think, or something.
Painkillers. Or
but,
painkillers, yeah.
You know, she's been out of wrestling for a while, but she's been dealing with a lot of stuff for a while.
Yeah.
So much prayers and thoughts to her family, and rest in peace. She's definitely one of those women that helped change the game as far as women wrestling goes. Or being a diva. And we're going to do a top 5 today, sound off for top 5 Chyna moments. Share yours. If you have one you want to share, go ahead. WWA show, all you got to do is tweet us or chat with us on Periscope. And we'll talk about it in the show for a few minutes.
I mean, not just being a diva, but just being a damn good entertainer at the time. I mean, she was good. She was good at what she did. You know, she was there at the right time. She was at the right time, right era of wrestling, you know, and I mean, yeah, she's going to be missed, you know. It's sad to see that, you know, things were not made amends with WWE yet. It's very sad. But, you know, hopefully, I don't know really what else to say to this, but, you know, it's just one of those sad moments in wrestling, you know.
Yeah, and you know, her relationship with WWE, and there was a mean tweet sent out from a former WWE writer about Stephanie McMahon. How dare you? I'm just saying, I don't know you, and I don't know your relationship with WWE, but I mean, we don't know the relationship between Chyna, Triple H, and Stephanie. We don't. We're not the experts. We don't know. But, you know, on the day, Stephanie just posted, you know, you're a pioneer in wrestling. Thank you, this and that. And the guy came back with, well, that's kind of bad for you to say because you're the one that blackballed her from going to WWE Hall of Fame, all this and that.
No.
Look, not right place, not right time. I just, you know, I don't – when someone passes away, Stephanie looked like she said the right thing because she was trying to say the right words for her. And you don't know – the only people that know what went on with Triple H, Stephanie, and Chyna are Triple H, Chyna, and Stephanie. That's the only 3.
Yeah.
The other people don't know. Even Vince probably doesn't know to a point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. You know, the people that are involved in the incidents are the one that know.
I mean, whether or not they had a bad relationship or not, she was paying homage to Chyna. She paid respect to her. Whether they hated each other or not, I think, in a way, Stephanie respected Chyna for what she did for the business.
Right.
She still did something for the business. We all know that.
No, Chyna affected the business, and, you know, and they're just trying to pay respect.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Chyna did a lot of things outside of wrestling that I don't know if she will be in the Hall of Fame. She should be at some point. You know, you can't control. To me, it's the same as Pete Rose outside of baseball. He's going to do his thing. Inside what he did on the field, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Same way with Chyna. What she did in the ring and for wrestling, she should be in the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, besides that, there was another one. We're also actually, I can play the song for this one because we need to get upbeat. We need to have something better. I am going to play the goodbye song for this one. All right, a couple releases. Oh, WWE actually released Rich Brennan. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I like Rich Brennan. He was all right.
He was all right. I never had a problem with the guy. Thought he was an okay guy. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that they got rid of him. We need, they don't really have many male announcers anymore.
No, they do. I mean, you got Mario Ranelli was the new one, and now Tom Phillips is doing NXT. So,
Like actual announcing?
Who? No, I'm talking about announcing. Oh, announcing's different. They do have a new guy they hired that was on the live event in Charlotte. I can't remember his name, but he was there. He was at NXT. He does a lot of stuff. So he is one of the guy announcers they have.
Oh, okay.
There's some, but not a lot. But Rich Brennan was released from the company. Also, we didn't do a show until late last week. Ronaldo is a beast. I like Ronaldo. I know you don't like him, but give the man a break, all right? I like the guy. Give him some seasoning, and I think he'll be a really good announcer.
I don't hate the guy. I just like some of his. He needs to learn wrestling a little bit more. He needs to know what he's talking about first. But yes, overall, as a guy like talking, he's good.
But how do you learn though?
Oh yeah, by making mistakes
you have to be out there doing it. You can't be backstage doing it. Sure. You got to be on the. And he's with Jerry the King Lawler, who is supposed to help these people. And who else is on SmackDown?
Booker
Byron
T?
Sexton.
Byron?
Byron's doing both, right?
Dang.
Yeah. But you have the people.
It's got the old Michael Cole schedule there.
So, but that is one, and of course the other one we already talked about. Eric Young, Bobby Roode. Their last weeks on Impact was this week.
Tom Phillips is going to be sitting in
That's
Cole's
right.
chair.
He will be.
I
like Tom Phillips though. I really like Tom Phillips.
I actually agree with that. But see, Todd Phillips is cool. Who was that guy that everyone hated a few years ago? Mike Adderley or
Mike Adderley was was Raw back in the day. He was absolutely garbage.
He was garbage, but the problem is like they took a sports announcer and expected him to know wrestling.
No. They took American Gladiator announcer, all right, to do this. All right. The thing I like Mario Ranelli is
Jeff Harvey.
Jeff Harvey. Yeah, there you go. The thing I like Mario Ranelli is he did MMA. Okay, that is a little bit different. MMA is a lot different than not UFC, but as far as American Gladiators.
Well, maybe I'll give this guy a chance. Okay,
give this guy a chance.
I'll give this guy a chance.
We also have, as I was saying, Eric Young, Bobby Roode was gone from TNA. Now Velvet Sky has been released. She asked for her release. So what that says for WWE, I don't know, but I would not be surprised to see her in WWE.
You mean Reba Sky?
Velvet Sky.
Two different people, right?
Two totally different people. Don't you ever confuse the two.
All right, first off, how many more years does Velvet Sky have in the
tank?
I
don't care.
I know why you like Velvet Sky. I'm not going to repeat those words on this broadcast. You like her because she's blonde. I know you do.
No, she's not blonde. She's got brunette in her hair, too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But the point is, if you can get her in WWE for a couple years, I'm fine with that.
But she won't fit in with those divas right now, man. Velvet Sky will not fit in with the rest of them.
That's not true.
She's a diva. She is not a women's champion.
No. She's actually she has become a better wrestler.
No, we have not discussed the Bullet Club yet.
No,
we're
getting there. But no, Velvet Sky would be fine.
Yeah,
dude. I'm just saying she's 34.
Yeah.
So she's on the back. You could put her with she's on the back. So you could put her with the Dudley Boys because who's her boyfriend? Her boyfriend is Bubba Ray. Bully Ray.
All right, that's just a picture I don't need to see.
Well, you ain't got to look at the picture. I'm just saying.
Now that would be kind of cool if you want Bubba Ray to go by himself and have her kind of as his valet. You could put Bubba Ray Dudley. I sound like Kaz in here. You could put Bubba Ray Dudley as Bully Ray, and you could get a run out of Bully Ray. So we'll see. I think eventually you'll see it because it looks like Bubba Ray's got a few more years left in him, and Devon's kind of.
Yeah.
We might see Reverend Devon again. So
No, for God's sake. No.
I'm kidding.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right, let's get the sound
Let's
off.
do it. Come on.
WWA SoundOff, where your voice can be heard.
Sound off, let them know how you feel. If the anger inside is real, sound off.
I'm just picturing the Reverend Devon music in my head now. He's here to save us.
Stop. All right, this week's top 5. We wanted to do top 5 gimmick changes all the time, but with the death of Chyna,
Yeah.
we wanted to change it and actually talk about Chyna's top 5 moments of all time. So if you're one of the Periscopians or on Periscope, chat with us and tell us your favorite Chyna moment.
Yeah.
And
as always, I'm prepared here at the WWA show, so I'm going to let James just do all the talking on this one. Here was my problem with the whole Chyna thing. To me, it was really tough for me to find 5 top moments of Chyna, like especially different ones. I didn't want to be exactly the same because it's kind of tough for she beat Double J for the IC title. Yeah. Now that's a moment. You're right.
What?
Her beating Double J for the IC title.
That I'm putting that as that's the IC title. I'm putting it up there. It would definitely be a top 2 moment to me.
I mean, of course. I mean, she's the first ever woman to win the IC title. She won a man's title.
Yeah, it was the WWF Good Housekeeping match. Chyna versus Jeff Jarrett with the cat.
Oh, Kitty?
Kitty, thank you.
As King would say, here, Kitty.
One I have to put up there, Eddie and Chyna is a top. I would say number 5 for me. Eddie and Chyna, number 5.
Now what?
Here's why: is because both of the chemistry together. She evolved. She's one of the divas that actually evolved from when she first came out, and she looked totally like the guy at the gym. You know, when you walk in, it tells you better be lifting more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a weakling.
She was a bodyguard.
Yeah, she's a bodyguard. But after that, you had, she evolved into Eddie. She evolved into, say what she is. She was a Playboy cover.
She evolved into an actual wrestler.
No, she evolved into that also. But I'm saying she was a Playboy cover. And then she evolved into the Eddie and Chyna things that they had going on. Mamacita. Which was great.
Now, what would be your best moment of that? If you could pick one. Like, mine would be the prom thing that they did. Like, when they came dressed in their prom clothes for a match. It was kind of cool to me. That was the one that really reminded me, but...
accompanied by her boy toy to his prom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was good. When they did the Twister.
Oh gosh, yeah, they did Twister in the back.
Twister in the back. But probably the best moment was when she helped Guerrero at WrestleMania 2000 to become the new European champion against Jericho. They beat Jericho to become the new European champion. That's one of my moments.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? That actually, I got one moment that probably isn't on there.
All right, go ahead.
The feud she had with Jericho, just in general. She had a really good feud with Jericho because Jericho really pushed her. Like, really helped make her who she was. Like, I have to give a little bit of credit to Jericho. I think he kind of helped.
Just a little bit.
He got to. I mean, he actually kind of helped her be a woman's wrestler in a man's dominated sport. Like, she got cheers for that.
No, she did. And then we had, of course, Chyna debuts and attacks Marlena from her debut. I don't know if I put debut up there, but
I would. Because no one knew who she was. She was like... people thought she was a man.
Yeah. That would probably be number 4. No, we thought she was Sergeant Slaughter because of the chin. We thought it was Sergeant Slaughter dressed in drag.
Oh, God.
I want to save that one. I'm trying to think of another one. I would say when they did the mocking of Nation of Domination, that's going to be number 3. That's when she started to evolve into a character, I thought.
Yeah.
No, it's before that. It was actually Christmas. Sorry, the Christmas edition they did, where DX came out naked. All right, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was her, Shawn, and Triple H, and
them
her
in thongs and.
But they actually started. That's where they started trying to get her coming out. Her attitude coming out.
My favorite was when
So
they
that
did
would
the
be
hot
my
dog.
number 3. That's what I'm talking about.
No, you're talking about the Christmas
hot
one.
dog.
I'm talking about the hot dog one, and she brings the big salami and everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
That
Sorry.
was hilarious.
That's number 3.
I give that one.
We already said the Good Housekeeping match against Jarrett is number 2.
You want to count that as 2?
Actually, number 3. Take that back. Yeah, I'll count that as 2. Number 3 to me would be the Royal Rumble. The first woman in the Royal Rumble.
You're going to make that 3?
Yes.
Wow.
And here's why. Because number 2, you got the Good Housekeeping match.
Uh-huh.
Number 1 to me was her and Ivory at WrestleMania.
Okay.
The first time she won the women's championship.
Yeah. That's
Ivory,
skyrocketed her.
not only Chyna was coming off a Playboy appearance, okay, off the cover. WWE writing was genius at this time because they had the right censor. The right censor was Ivory, Godfather, Val Venus, Stevie Richards. All the people that pushed the rated R stuff is going against Chyna, and Chyna won she beat Ivory for the Women's Championship in 2001.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I remember that now. That was actually a really good... that makes sense for that to be number 1. It should be. Because that's when she first won the title, and then she went on that big she had that title for months.
She did, until Lita took it from her.
Yeah.
So, I have to give... I say that was my favorite Chyna moment, was when that's when she came out the bazooka and was doing that song and everything else. They really involved her into not only a diva, but a wrestler. Anyway, that's my Chyna moments.
I have to say, though, the Rumble, for me, would have to be around number 1.
That's
just
number
because
1 for you? All right.
It was something no woman ever did. No other woman was ever in the Rumble before that.
Right.
It's the first time ever. Like, that was a big step for WWE at the time. They took a chance with that woman. They literally took a chance. They pushed the edge. No pun intended there. But they pushed the edge with Chyna.
No, they did, and it was great. They kept it Rollins, so it was great.
Oh, my God, shut up.
What, were they living on the
No,
Fringe?
stop.
All right. Well, at least they wasn't making it rain. Anyway, moving right on. What? Hey, I had to work it all in one sentence.
I know you
which
did.
I did. Next week, our top 5 will be top 5 gimmick or repackaging changes of all time for wrestlers. So, say Isaac Yankem DDS to Kane. Totally different. Terrorizing to Triple H. Any of the Triple H's, they're all basically the same character.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know he evolved a little bit, but it's the same guy. It's not like...
Okay, so
for another example, we're doing repackaging is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
But just like we're going from... just like you're going from Kevin Nash... Or Kevin Nash went from Vinny Vegas to Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
That's an evolution. That's a different character completely.
What about
that's
The Undertaker?
Repackaging? Repackaging.
Okay.
Now you could go Mean Mark Callis to
Okay.
The Undertaker, but I'm not talking about The Undertaker badass and.
Okay,
Damn
no, that's
Man,
what I was getting at. That's
I'm
what I was
talking
getting at.
about when you go completely different.
Okay.
That's repackaging.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like I said, Mean Mark Callis and the Skyscrapers is totally different than Undertaker.
So, like, stunning
Right.
Steve Austin to Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, totally different.
Totally different.
Right.
Okay.
All right, I mean
Gotcha.
it's a different character. I'm talking about like the best equate is Isaac Yankem going to Kane.
Now, does Sting count with this?
No,
We don't count that one.
no, because Sting never changed. He never repackaged his gimmick. He never did. Don't now. You can go to Blade Runners when he's part of the Blade Runners Sting to, Sting, but he was always Sting.
Yeah.
He was a different character with the Blade Runners a little bit, but it was still Sting.
Yeah.
And he did it so early with that character. I'm talking about people that completely changed their gimmick.
Completely changed.
Okay. Like The Godfather.
Yeah.
Papa Shango took Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
really? Those
All
are
right,
totally different.
all right. I
So
got
if you have one you want to chat with us now or be on the next show next week, or tweet us at WWA Show. And we'll go over that next week.
Yep.
Let's get into Raw from this week. It was great. This week's Raw was interesting. We will be doing picks on the next show we have. This week's Raw was from Hartford, Connecticut. Shane McMahon comes out. Stephanie comes out. She says Sunday Vince will decide on who will run Raw. Shane brings out security to escort her from the building. Stephanie is out of the ring. Shane books AJ versus Sheamus. Real fast, I want to mention, this is the one storyline I do not like for WWE right now.
What?
Is the Shane McMahon and Stephanie storyline. Because we should have had Shane beat The Undertaker if you were going to do this.
Yeah.
All right. And then you'll have Vince on Sunday show up at Payback and decide who is running Raw. Really? We ain't going to have a match, anything? No Triple H that we know of? I mean, I just... so if he comes out and he says, all right, I'm giving Raw to Shane, Stephanie, you getting SmackDown, I'm be like, really? You should at least have a match for this. You should have Shane versus Triple H or something.
No, I agree with you on it. I don't see him doing it. It would make a lot of sense at Extreme Rules have Shane versus Triple H. They can go.
Well, they can drag it out. And if they drag it out another month, I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
you need to do that.
And have, the Authority one week, have Shane the next week. And then have them, kind of screwing with the storylines a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right, until Extreme Rules.
New Day, you don't get to face these guys. You get to face these guys. And then Shane comes out and says, nope, that's not
Because
how it is.
after this week,
cool.
after this pay-per-view, there's only 3 weeks until the next pay-per-view. So you could do something short-term to drag it out until then.
And that'd be...
But I hope they do that.
And that'd be a good short-term thing, I guess, right?
Hey, Sean's on here. Hey, Sean.
Sean!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Also, we had Styles. He beat Sheamus with the phenomenal forearm.
That was a good move off the top rope, though.
It was a great move.
That was great.
And then we had we had Gallows and Anderson come out. Okay, that kind of helped him win the match. Then we had Usos and Reigns backstage. New Day comes out. The Vaudevillains come out. Big Cass and Enzo comes out. And he says something. Enzo says something every week, but this week he says, "Run down the beach to catch him in his own arms."
He goes, I would love to run down the beach and catch my own arms. You can't do that.
Really? I scratched my head, and my wife was
It was really
did
funny.
he really say that?
Yeah.
I was like, yes, he did. It was funny.
Better than last week's thing, he said.
No, I know. And then we had, I know the Vaudevillains are going to win this match. And I do like Enzo and Kaz, as long as they don't have to wrestle too long. They're okay.
They're not bad, dude.
Enzo's got a long way to go, dude.
Enzo just needs a little work
He's
in the
good
ring.
on the mic, but he needs work in the ring.
We need a WWE pay-per-view called Band-Aid, a fundraiser event for all the hurt wrestlers. That would be awesome.
We already had that this year. That was WrestleMania.
And then can we get action figures that all the proceeds go to the hurt wrestlers?
That was WrestleMania, though. What do you think that $32 million was for? That's the fix to the ones they had broken.
That's the pay for all the fixed.
Then we had Anderson and Gallows versus the Usos. Anderson and Gallows win with the Magic Killer. I'm all right with the move. They beat up the Usos after the match.
Sean, what do you think of Gallows and Anderson's new music and ring gear? You like it, or their entrance
You don't
gear?
like the gas mask?
I mean, okay, here, I know the Melting Pot isn't a big fan of it.
And he will be on the show later talking about
But my
pay-per-view.
issue is, like, they don't need to come out to that. They need to just come out in black tights or something. Like, look tough.
No,
Just look tough.
I agree with they should come out.
Yeah.
I don't think they're on side with Roman.
Maybe.
I think they're because and we'll talk about on picks what
He's
we
the
think will
guy.
happen. He's the guy. He ain't doing it with them.
I'm getting tired of that, by the way.
No, I love the character. Dude, he's not a bad guy. He's not the good guy.
I know.
He's just the guy.
You don't have to say it every freaking week,
No,
though.
he does actually. Let him. It's working for him. It's working for him. So let him keep saying it. At least it's not a lot of different things he's saying. So let him keep.
I'd
doing it.
rather him say a lot of different things.
But as far as Anderson and Gallows go,
You like their stuff?
to make Roman look stronger. Roman will get. Trust me, he's getting ready to make look stronger. But as far as Anderson Gallows goes, I wanted something more like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall because more blue collar, But I get it. The reason I don't like the stuff they came out in, that's what they wore on the independent scene when they were in Japan.
Well, they might change.
You change it up a little bit,
They might change it at Payback. You know what I mean? They might come
especially
out.
if you're gonna be with Finn Balor.
Yeah.
You need to change it. So we'll see.
Tearing quads.
Tearing
That's
quads.
not what they're famous for, I promise.
There is. But then we had Reigns came out to help the Usos. Styles backstage with Renee Young, Gallows, and Anderson walk in. Then we got Sami Zayn with Rusev and Lana. They're back together again. Woohoo! No more League of Nations, by the way. So everybody celebrate.
I'm not happy about that.
I am. It was horrible.
But what are you going to do with them now? Now they're just
They're
going
going
to be regular
single
jobbers.
They're going single careers. No, you can do more with them going single competitors. You can't push them together.
Well, you can't do anything with Del Rio, in my opinion.
No,
but
they'll do something with Del Rio. Del Rio can do a lot. He can clean the trash. No, he can do something. But then Zayn wins with a roll up over Rusev. Kevin Owens attacks Zayn. Renee Young is backstage with Apollo Crews. Stardust interrupts. Crews versus Stardust. Crews wins with sit-down powerbomb. Listen, can we please go back to Dashing Cody Rhodes? You said you were going to change. I'm waiting for you to change back.
he just did that to make the fans happy. He ain't changing.
I hope so. Then we had Ambrose comes out. Jericho comes out. Ambrose beats up Jericho. Jericho then puts him through the walls of Jericho on Ambrose on the table. Listen, we all know Ambrose is going to win at the pay-per-view. But I love the matchup so far because they talk great on the mic together.
Give him the
I like that, dude.
galactic mustache.
That's pretty good. I like that. Did you actually? I figured. Do you know what the fifth element is?
Yeah.
That is what he says, right? What's the
fifth dimension.
Dimension. Thank you. You know what the fifth dimension actually is?
What?
No, do you?
No.
He actually said when we were in Dallas, Texas. He actually said the fifth dimension is actually imagination. That's technically what it is. It's just imagination.
Makes sense. That's the fifth dimension. Mila
She is. She's a great.
Oh, that's good.
Then we had Natalya versus Emma. Anybody tired of Emma yet? Natalya wins with the sharpshooter, and then they show a Chyna tribute video, which was great. Are you tired of Emma yet? The new look.
I mean, I've been tired of Emma since Evolution went away. Okay. I mean, it's getting tiring there. But what are you gonna do with her? You got nothing to do with her. She was better when she was with Dana Brooks.
Don't worry, you'll see him. You'll see her again.
I hope.
But yeah, it was okay. I mean, nothing spectacular.
You know.
I'm actually looking for, but yeah, it was all right. I don't see it right now. And then, all right, here we go. And then, of course,
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I got to see him for 5 minutes or 3 minutes this week.
No, more like 3 seconds.
3
but okay.
seconds, whatever. Sandow versus Baron Corbin. Damn it. A little action. Yeah. Ziggler attacks Corbin from behind. So that was all of Sandow we got to see. He didn't even do his entrance, just him in the ring. At least he was on TV.
That's all you need of Sandow nowadays.
Then we got another Epico and Primo video, which was outstanding. Yeah, okay.
Here's my issue with that.
Hurry up. Wait.
What, you're going to bring them back? They're going to do nothing.
No, if you don't push them as the Carlito character, you can do a lot with them.
Well, I mean, they were already tag team champions before. You could bring them back and make them tag team champions again.
If you do I've been saying on this show for years, if you actually do a tag team division, you can do a lot with them. If you're not going to, no one's going to give a crap.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you need to have a number one contenders match every other week. Like right now, I love it. They got a number one contenders match, but the guys New Day is not wrestling anybody.
Nah.
So it makes some sense. You should have New Day in a rivalry against somebody, and then have the Vaudevillains and Enzo and Kaz in a rivalry for a month.
Isn't that weird that both the NXT people are the finalists for the?
Not really. Who else you got? As far as tag teams, Usos, yeah, no one cares. Dudley Boys, no one cares. We love Dudley Boys, but they don't, you need to get fresh faces.
Actually, I would have been okay with the Dudley Boys now, because now Dudley Boys are heel and New Day's face, so it would have been a little different.
True.
Would have been a little different.
Then we have Miz with Maurice. Cesaro comes out. Cesaro hits Miz with an uppercut. Okay. I can't wait for Cesaro to win. Reigns, backstage, Styles walks in, says that he didn't have anything to do with Anderson and Gallows. Once again, Reigns versus Del Rio. Actually, Del Rio finally got more cheers than somebody else in a wrestling match. It's amazing.
Wait, it was Del Rio and who?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, well, yeah, he got more cheers for once.
Reigns hit Superman punch on Rio. Anderson and Gallows comes out.
Goldust and Fandango equals the Golden Dancers.
I still like the Golden Truth. By the way, if you've not heard yet, the new guest host of what is it?
It's Kelly and
Kelly.
Michael.
Thank you. Of Kelly and Michael is our truth.
Kelly
I
and
love
the
it.
Truth.
Kelly, the Kelly Truth.
The Kelly Truth.
I love it. Should be a weekly show. And then but like I said, Anderson and Gallows came out. Reigns wins with the spear. Styles comes down. Styles hits the phenomenal forearm on Reigns, and that was the end of Raw.
It wasn't a bad Raw. It wasn't a great Raw. It wasn't a bad Raw.
Wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was all right.
No, but it's getting better. I feel like after WrestleMania, a lot of things have actually gotten better. The Morning Truth. I like that one, too. Sean just said the Morning Truth.
That is pretty good.
That's a good one, actually.
I can dig that one.
But every time he, says something, he says another show for no reason. Just, welcome to Good Morning America.
That's what you should do, open the show like that.
Just for no reason.
So, yeah, that is our review of Raw and, top 5 this week. Next week, like we said, top 5 repackaging changes of all time.
Okay.
So, you got anything else?
I'm good, man. Boom.
Welcome to TRL. That would be priceless.
That would be awesome.
All right, everybody on Periscope, stick around. We got another show coming up. Everybody else, we'll talk to you later.